As interest groups in sanitation have cast doubts on government's ability to deal with challenges in the sector in spite of the pollution levy. The 10 pesewa levy to be imposed on petroleum products is expected to tackle the menace head-on. However, some say introducing the levy alone will not solve the problem. Komla Adom reports.
So I have been thinking how much differently a country like Ghana can deal with the sanitation mess. With all the available bylaws, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly bylaw states, among others, that a person commits an offence if that person fails to provide standard container for refuse storage, discharges effluent into the open, operates a public or commercial toilet without a valid permit, defecates in the open, drains or on one's compound, or indiscriminately dumps solid and liquid waste in open spaces, drains, gutters, behind walls, or burns solid waste. It appears this effort is just not working. Blame it on lack of infrastructure and you may not be wrong. Blame it on human behavior and also you may not be wrong. For a country whose president failed a promise to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa during his first term, the sanitation menace remains a headache. In another attempt to go at it again, government says a new sanitation and pollution levy will be introduced. This announcement has not gone down well with many.
If they effect this levy and still fail to deal with the sanitation challenges, it is up to them. When they take these monies, we do not see what they are used for.
Along the coast, open defecation is rife. At the marketplaces, it's even worse. The landfills are still a huge public health concern, and many parts of the city continue to get submerged in flood waters at the least downpour. The coalition of NGOs in water and sanitation, CONEWAS, has described the announcement as bright. Patrick Apoya is the executive secretary.
It's a starting point for building a sustainable fund for sanitation delivery in this country. If you look at the challenges that we have had in the past, the policies are there, the strategies are there, but when it comes to the finance to back those strategies, it has always been a problem. We need about $4 billion every year for the next 15 years to deal with the problem of sanitation.
But how should this levy be used?
It is not the first time that they're introducing a fund on sanitation. Many people don't even know that there's a plastic levy that was adopted 5 years ago. As at last year, over 100 million accrued to that fund, but efforts to even trace where that money is, where is it, how can it be used, what are the modalities, have proved futile to date. And for that matter, we propose that the structured fund, which we call the National Sanitation Fund, should be established as soon as possible. Then this can just be considered as one source of finance into that fund.
For the executive director of Plastic Punch, Richmond Kennedy Kwaku, the timing of the imposition of this levy is suspect.
I believe it's a good move, but about the timings of the move and from past precedents, I don't think it is a move at this time. Our leaders need to be very accountable for all the taxes that has been accrued in the past. And when we see these things working, then we are more confident to direct it or to accept it and even proudly pay for it.
It may just be 10 pesewas, but multiply 10 pesewas by, say, 2 million people, or even multiply 10 pesewas by, say, 5 million people. Imagine if there are even more people who are paying this particular levy. It may get somewhere. For now, players in the sanitation sector would hope some real action would be seen, and the 10 pesewas to be charged on the price per litre of petrol or diesel under the energy sector levy will be put to good use.
With this 10 pesewa levy, government is looking to re-engineer landfill sites like the Bong and Oti, construct recycling factories in places to deal with the increasing waste generated in the city and other parts of the country, and also engage in sanitation activities to deal with open defecation, which is confronting the country. I'll be quite optimistic to say I hope this gets somewhere. Until then, we only hope. Komla Adom, TV3 News, Accra.